Thank you, Ms. Hammy. Mr. Long?
Good evening. I'd also like to say I'm extraordinarily disappointed that our board president is not here tonight. When you're having a situation when we're talking about RIFs and potential layoffs, that it's really important that all 5 board members hear the comments from the public, hear the comments from the staff, and are here to vote. Mr. Isidore, at the last meeting, held a press conference to discuss us trumping DEI. I actually had to field several different calls from my state union, California Federation of Teachers, and from State Senator Lola Smallwood-Cuevas' office about what's going on in Culver City, to very clearly tell them no one is trying to trump DEI. Everyone feels that DEI is important. It is something that we are currently doing in this district, thanks to a lot of our parents and a lot of our teachers. What we're discussing is the need for an administrator in that position. And I'm really disappointed that someone took all that time at the last meeting to hold a press conference and cannot be here for this meeting. That's a service that he owes to the voters and to the staff of Culver City Unified School District. Now, times in which there are tight budgets are always a challenge for staff and administration. Our public schools are grossly underfunded, and we continue to see threats around funding from the federal government. CCUSD is not immune to a tough budget situation due to factors that include the state budget, declining enrollment in ADA, and in the union's view, spending too much on outside contractors and keeping one-time positions that were longer funded, despite CCFT and its members urging this practice to end almost 2 years ago. 2 years ago, one current board member serving at the time voted against that budget, and 3 later voted to make a change in district leadership. And I applaud the board member that voted against that budget 2 years ago, when that person knew that we were spending one-time money that we did not have, and we were not in 55% compliance. So, Mr. Guerrero, thank you for voting against that budget 2 years ago. However, we can't go back in time, but context is important for the staff and for the community. Looking forward, there needs to be a way to right-size the district. CCFT and ACE have both shared how they view right-sizing, and tonight CBAC will also share feedback. Cuts should always happen as far away from the classroom and not to services directly impacting students. We do realize that at times there may need to be cuts, and some may have to do more with less to serve our students. However, we do feel that the list presented to the board needs to have more management cuts. We do understand this is a preliminary list because we have to notify certain staff because of Ed Code. But we urge the superintendent and district staff to explain to the staff and community how further management cuts will happen, as well as cuts to programs being served by outside contractors and PSAs. And if you don't know, PSAs are non-staff. They do not work for the district, that provide service to the district, and we feel those are always the first items that should be cut. We also call on CCEF to help save vital positions. We need to take a much deeper look into how our Measure K money is spent, as voters clearly wanted parcel tax revenue that they had overwhelmingly voted for this last November to go to attracting and retaining staff and lowering class size. Cutting positions is not doing that. We need to have more efficient schedules, master schedules at our secondary campuses. We need to cut all travel and food expenses by management and the board to conferences, and put into place a hiring freeze on management positions that are not currently staffed by a CCUSD employee. At this point, everyone is going to have to do more with less, but that has to be equally felt, including the board and CCUSD management. As we are looking at cuts, we remind the district that we still do not have a permanent agreement on staff benefits, and good benefits are the key to attracting and retaining staff. We call on the district to end the unfair and inequitable practice that single management employees get 100% of their benefits paid for by the district, while no other staff employees covering spouses, children, even in the management group get that, and no staff at all that are classified or certificated get that benefit. It is especially inequitable that our lowest paid classified employees and everyone else does not get this same benefit that management gets. This is an inequitable practice that needs to stop now. That is a way for us to save money. We have to look at these contracts. There are so many vital positions that we need. And we do understand there has to be cuts. We understand that. There's no doubting that when we look at these different positions. But we have to be fair. Management must take its share. On the last report I saw, there were only a total of 2 management positions that were both at the supervisor level, which is one of the lowest paid management positions, and 2 in the management association that are at the district office. We have to be able to do better than that. We look forward to working with CCUSD in partnership to get us through this budget crisis and appreciate any support we can get from the community and the Board of Education. Thank you.